Breaking free from toxic relationship habit. 14 powerful ways to break free from toxic habits in relationships.
Breaking free from toxic habits in relationships starts with awareness, self-love, and practical steps.
You need to understand the toxic habits in relationships.
In every life, relationships play a deeply emotional and transformative role. Yet not all relationships are nurturing. Some foster insecurity, manipulation, and repetitive patterns that quietly drain our strength and self-worth. These patterns form what are called toxic habits, a cycle of behaviors that keep people stuck in unhealthy, often emotionally damaging partnerships.
Common signs of toxic patterns. Toxic habits often manifest as
constant criticism disguised as helpful advice, guilt tripping when you express your needs, repeating the same unhealthy dynamics in new relationships, staying silent to keep the peace. When these become normalized, people may begin to internalize blame, believing they are too sensitive or not good enough.
why stay in toxic relationships.
It's easy to ask, why does not she just leave?
But leaving is not as simple as it seems, especially when deep psychological bonds are at play.
Ignore red flags because of the emotional reward system. This makes it incredibly difficult to leave, even when logic says you should. Fear, guilt, and learned helplessness. Fear of being alone, unsafe, or financially unstable. Guilt about giving up on the relationship. Learned helplessness, a state where you feel powerless to change your circumstances.
But here's the liberating truth. You are never truly stuck. Once awareness sets in, the door to change begins to open. Create the desire for change.
Every transformation begins with a moment, a spark of clarity where you realize, I can't do this anymore. For many, that moment is painful but powerful. It marks the shift from surviving to choosing something better.
1. Awakening moments are part of starting your healing process.
Awakening moments may be a degrading argument that finally crosses the line. Watching your children mimic the toxic behaviors. Realizing you are losing your spark, dreams, or sense of self. These moments are not weaknesses. They are wake-up calls from your inner wisdom.
They signal that the time has come to choose you. Step to reclaiming yourself.
1. Writing your enough is enough list. To strengthen your resolve, try this exercise. Grab a journal. Make 2 columns. What I have tolerated. What I deserve. List every boundary that has been crossed. Then, in the second column, list the healthy, loving behaviors you want and deserve. This enough is enough list becomes a blueprint for your boundaries and future standards. When you see the contrast on paper, the need for change becomes undeniable and empowering. 2. Setting healthy boundaries. Setting boundaries is about honoring your worth and teaching others how to treat you. It's a core step in breaking toxic cycles. How to identify what you will and won't accept. Begin by reflecting on what makes you feel drained or disrespected. Which behaviors trigger anxiety or self-doubt? Create a list of non-negotiables such as no yelling or name-calling, respect for your time and space, emotional honesty, not manipulation. These are your personal laws, and they must be upheld not just by others, but by you too. 3. Communicate your needs assertively. Use statement to express your needs. Like, I feel unheard when I am interrupted. I need space to finish my thoughts. You may face resistance, but remember, people who benefit from your lack of boundaries will resist their enforcement. 4. Detox your mind. Freeing yourself from toxic habits is about healing the emotional patterns that allowed it to continue. 5. Journaling, therapy, and shadow work. Journaling lets you release unspoken pain and track your growth. 6. Therapy provides tools to process trauma and rebuild self-worth. 7. Shadow work helps uncover the subconscious beliefs that fuel self-sabotage. All of these methods create space for clarity, healing, and inner strength. 8. Meditate and make affirmations for self-love. Start small. Meditation, just 5 to 10 minutes a day to reconnect with your breath and body. Affirmations, repeat daily. I am worthy of respect. I choose peace over chaos. I honor my healing. These practices help rewire your nervous system and retrain your mind to accept only what aligns with your new standards. 9. End the relationship with grace and strategy. Leaving a toxic relationship is rarely simple, but it can be done with clarity, strength, and safety. 10. Rebuild your identity after toxicity. Leaving a toxic relationship can feel like stepping into a void, but that empty space is fertile ground. It's where you rediscover who you were before the damage and who you want to become now. 11. Reconnect with passions and purpose. Ask yourself, what did I love before I got lost in this relationship? What makes me feel alive, creative, inspired? Whether it's painting, traveling, starting a new business, or dancing in your living room, do more of it. 12. Rewrite your self-narrative.
Toxic relationships often leave people with narratives like, I'm hard to love. I attract broken people. But those are lies rooted in pain, not truth.
13. Write a new story. I am learning to choose peace over chaos. I deserve love that doesn't hurt. 14. Get empowered through support systems. Healing doesn't happen in isolation. Connection is key to reclaiming your strength and creating lasting change.
Subscribe for weekly videos on emotional healing, inner strength, and how to build relationships that truly respect your worth. Hit the bell icon so you never miss a moment of your growth.